Awesome.
Clap.
Yeah.
I got the clap. Go and give it to you. I got the clap. Go and give it to you.
Welcome back to the Lousy Show. I'm Joe.
I'm the clap.
And
Sam.
I'm afraid. And I'm afraid. Yeah. So we're back with another one for y'all. Y'all seem to enjoy when we talk about parents and give tips and all that jazz. I don't know why, because we're not professionals.
Yeah.
We're just husbands.
We still need to put that on a T-shirt.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
It's in the docket to do it.
It is.
Yeah. It's just we haven't actually done it. We should probably trademark it or something. Get some money. Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Be nice.
We can start suing people too. Yeah.
I don't.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Yeah, you know, that's what businesses do, right? Oh, crazy story. So, like, real quick side tangent. So, I have a coworker. He runs like every Halloween, he does a huge haunted house at his house, and like pours a lot of money and time and effort into it. He does a genuinely good job, and so because of his love of the hobby and everything like that, he has some friends that are pretty into the industry of like haunts and scary stuff and everything like that. So he has a friend that has basically like a garage business where he does haunted props, you know, for like businesses or, you know, other people that want to do haunts, things like that. Makes like no money on it basically. But so he made a website. I think it's something like steveshauntedprops.com or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. You know, it's pretty basic website, nothing too crazy. There's apparently a website called hauntedprops.com that sued the ever living shit out of him. And so he just recently created this website and said, but then the guy, the owner of hauntedprops.com is saying that he's lost millions of dollars in revenue because he's trying to ride on the coattails of hauntedprops.com for Steve or whatever the fuck his name was, setting this shit up. And so he's doing this giant lawsuit. And then, so he talks to the lawyer and says, you know, hey, I've made like $200 since starting up the website. Like, you know, it's been a very small garage operation. It's just me. And the lawyer was like, oh, it's okay. He's got a very generous offer for you. So if you give up the website, cease and desist all operations, and then pay him $10,000, he'll drop the lawsuit. And yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Hold on. With a lawsuit like that, he should be able to just go into the court case and be like, here's all the documents, Your Honor.
But so here's the thing. He still has to hire a lawyer. So like the lawyer is going to cost some money. Like he shouldn't go in there representing himself at all. So more than likely, like, so hopefully what happens is they take it to court. God, motherfuck you. All right. Hopefully the judge just says this is fucking bullshit. Pay him the lawyer fees. You know, stop fucking bickering. But you know,
that just blows my mind. That
right?
There's people in the world like that. There's just like, I'm going to ruin your life now because of a small misunderstanding.
Yeah, and he's since changed the name too. Like he's stopped using Steve's Haunted Props or whatever the fuck it was, but to my knowledge at least. But he's still suing him. So,
oh man, I agree. You should always trademark your stuff. So does he have that trademarked?
I have no idea. I haven't asked that much into detail. This was a conversation I had with a coworker about a friend of his. So like, you know, it's.
I mean, you always got to trademark your stuff, and even if it's a good idea and you know it's a moneymaker, like trademark it. I'm not against that. I've had people steal content of mine, and like it's tough to trademark content because it's an open source of content, basically. But like, if you can, especially if it's something that you know is like could be worth, like definitely trademark it. It's something that you created. Like take ownership.
Yeah,
you know.
Anyway, very big side tangent, but
yeah. Well, I mean that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today.
Crazy story though, right?
Crazy story, absolutely crazy. But today we're talking about terrible social media parents.
Oh yeah, there have been a few over the years for sure.
Yep. And Sam, I'm going to teleport us back a little bit.
Okay.
You and I, when we got into our podcasting journey together, we started on a lovely little show called The Gaming Bunch.
Yep.
And we talked about gaming stuff. We talked about people who are in the gaming realm, streamers even, you know, a lot of that stuff. We kept up with the news on it, right?
Yeah.
And if you remember that back during this time, this was 2001 when this happened. Not 2001, 2021. Sorry.
I was going to say, no, it wasn't.
We were very young.
Yeah.
No, 2021.
Fifth grade.
Right. 2021, I had brought to you a situation in which dealt with, at the time, a content creator / she streamed like part-time, leaving her child.
Yeah.
Yes. And leaving her child in her home while she went out and, quote unquote, got laundry detergent in a black mini dress. Now, I'm not saying anybody can wear, wear what you want to wear.
Whatever you want to the grocery store.
All I'm saying is, looked a little sus. And this same individual, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me here because for anybody who doesn't know who this is, we are talking about Pokey Princess, now known as Digital Princess, who is probably one of the scummiest moms on the planet for what she did during and after this event. One of the biggest pieces that was missing from this entire puzzle that everyone on social media was like, well, we don't know if she's actually telling the truth or not, was we never got the body cam footage. Well, guess what we have today?
Oh, that just recently came out?
Yes.
Nice.
So we're not going to watch all of it. It is like 20 minutes long. It's a long video, and we don't want to put you all through that. We're going to look at some key moments in it. But I want to take you on a journey through her content, okay, explaining who she is. I want to show you the body cam footage and talk about that night that happened. And then I want to show you her response to everyone when that happened, like when she got out of this scenario, okay? And I want you to give me your verdict.
Okay.
Because I consider you a good voice of reason. You're a very strong-minded individual who can really sift through a lot of nonsense. So let's go on this journey, shall we?
Okay.
So I'll turn your attention to the screen here. TikTok star Digital Princess responds after arrest footage surfaces on YouTube. Now, I would like to start by explaining to you why her name is now Digital Princess. Also, for anybody wondering, her real name is Marissa Cloutier. Why she's now known as Digital Princess, no longer Pokey Princess, is because Nintendo actually sent her a cease and desist.
Oh, really?
Telling her she is not allowed to use that at all. Also for the fact that she does a lot of very adult-friendly content.
Yeah.
And
I was like, because they haven't given that same thing to like Pokimane, for example.
Correct.
Because technically her name's Iman, so like it should be a Pokemon.
Correct.
You know? So,
correct. But it definitely boils down to a lot of the fact. Like you can even see in her tattoos here, like she has a gym badge literally right there. Like
oh yeah.
She,
is that a Lugia?
This right here.
No, below it there's there's a Staryu and then something else over there.
But she's got Pokemon tattoos all over. She's even got a Pokemon like wrapped car. So like her whole lifestyle and personality.
Gengar pop socket.
Yep. Her whole lifestyle and personality revolves around that. Okay. Definitely a scene queen.
Meowth.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted.
No, absolutely. No, you're on brand. Absolutely a scene queen. At one point in time, I thought she was just a sweetheart. Yeah. You see her, especially when she was getting her rise in like social media, she seemed just like the genuine, like just the weeb, like
do.
Like look at me, I love Pokemon kind of person. And I'm not gonna sit here. I'm a very strong-willed individual when it comes to understanding like you can have a healthy sexuality as well. I'm not basing any of that on this. Scene queens unfortunately have a bad reputation of being the hose of the scene, if you will. I didn't take that into account here. You want to be a scene queen? Do your thing, honey. Like slay, whatever. What do you want to do? Go for it.
Yeah.
Initially, she seemed like a pretty awesome person. Did a lot of TikTok dances. Collabed with a lot of other TikTokers, other social media influencers. Did a lot of stuff that seemed good. Some of it was, and I hate this word, but I have to use it this way. Some of it was cringy. But all in all, seemed like a good person.
Yeah.
Then, I believe, let's see if the date is actually said here. August. Yeah. In August of 2021, TikToker and OnlyFans model Digital Princess was arrested after her son was found wandering outside after she left him home alone. Okay. To give more context to this, she had moved from Colorado to Florida. Okay. She documented this whole thing on her TikTok, had a great time. Like she was very happy about the move. I think even moved closer to her family to be in that realm of things. And also when she moved down there was a lot of other TikTokers, social media influencers, and also adult film influencers who she was collabing with.
Okay.
Awesome. Do your thing. Earn your bands.
Yeah.
No one's going to stop you. However, it started becoming a little more apparent that she was focused more on her party life and her going out life than her parent life.
Uh-oh.
Now, everyone can try and judge through a screen.
Yeah.
I am one to sit here and tell you I will never do that. I get it. Like, unless there's absolutely apparent reason to be worried and, you need to be notifying someone of potential abuse, shut up. It's not your life. It's not your child. However, then you have situations like this.
Yeah.
Where she literally left her son to go out. Now, her story was that she was going to go get detergent from the store right down the street.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, which we'll see here in a moment. The police report came back showing that there could have been no evidence of her doing that because she had a near half bottle of detergent sitting at her washing machine. Yeah. The child, when he woke up, the neighbors said that he ended up outside, like he was looking for his mom. He walked out the door and was wandering around the neighborhood looking for her. At the age of, I think it was 5, he did this.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. Not a good look.
No.
Neighbors are all concerned, call the cops. Cops show up. They get the boy. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just looking for my mommy." Like the whole scenario.
Yeah.
Apparently, it took a while for anyone to get in touch with her. Crazy. You're going to get detergent. You don't have your phone on you.
Yeah.
Well,
Even if it's on silent, you're gonna look at your phone for something at some point.
Being a social media influencer as well.
Yeah.
But that's here nor there. When she arrived, which we'll see here in a moment in the video, she showed up in a black mini dress, basically dressed as if she was going out partying, which is very likely, as they said, that she very likely went out to go partying. And I think she might have even said at some point that she did. But let's dive in. Let's dive in here, because her response video, I want to read that as well. But or whether it's a video or not. But here we go.
That's real scary.
Hey, short stuff. Hi. Hi. Where's mommy?
She rang her doorbell and woke her dogs up. And I was like, what the hell's going on?
What had all the makings of a peace.
So yeah, as you can see, cops had the little boy in custody. Like he's okay. Thankfully, thank God he's okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
They usually have 3 cars in the driveway. There's 1 right now.
Okay.
The little boy provides his name as they await backup.
The one time I asked him where he lived, he pointed to
You pointed there?
just once.
Okay. I have other officers coming, so if you could just hang on to him for a minute. Just wait.
So neighbor who found him, explaining, which shout out to the neighbor for even jumping on that. Like I know a lot of people have been like, what the fuck? But the fact that boy was like, the neighbor jumped in, took care of him. That's great. Fantastic. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. So I think she shows up, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, her mom shows up first. So one of the things.
And as if the situation isn't already.
Oh, here she is. Okay. So she's already shown up here. As you can see, this is Marissa right here. Her mom showed up first and was hoping that the police would just give her the child.
Oh God.
Like nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
But honey, you're not walking away from this one. Like
a kid's not just going to be walking around outside. A 5-year-old kid is not just going to be walking around outside on his own and not have something to, not have to answer for something.
Yeah. So let's go ahead.
Just moments later, the realtor is able to give Marissa's cell phone number to police.
Yeah. Do you get her?
Yeah, we got in contact with her. She's on the way. We're just waiting for the kid now.
Okay.
So the police,
Little guy running around.
she didn't even know until the police called her. Everyone else has been trying to reach her at this point. As you can see, he's even on the phone trying to reach her. Everyone's been trying to reach her at this point. No one, and the cops are the ones who got in touch with her, like, hey, we have your kid here. You should come home.
Yeah.
Huh? So let's jump ahead a little bit.
Around here, like people should be driving cautiously, but you've seen it.
So he did cross the road too. Oh wow.
Jeez.
The officer thanks the realtor for his assistance and continues the investigation. Shortly thereafter, Marissa returns home, though the footage of her arrival has been redacted. The officer visits the man who originally placed the call to alert authorities of the unaccompanied child in order to obtain a statement from him.
Sometime this evening, maybe 30, 40 minutes ago now. So, and then my daughter came in the room and said there's someone ringing the doorbell, which I thought was strange. In the distance, I saw a lady that looked like there was a small child trailing her. And it looked like she was trying to get away from him.
He explains that he placed the non-emergency call to police at this time. The dispatcher was already aware of the situation. Apparently, the woman who the little boy was trailing had already placed a 911 call, but expressed that she was afraid to get close to the child, as mentioned previously. The man then volunteered to stay with the little boy.
I could get that. I mean, I could see where that might be a sketchy situation. Like,
situation.
Situation.
Yeah.
Situation. That could be a scary situation because you like it's one. I've seen enough horror movies.
Yeah.
But two, like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone used a kid in that scenario of like, you walk up to them real quick and then all of a sudden jumped. You know, like some people are just that sketchy, but
this is also
height
height of COVID.
I've never seen him.
Too.
yes.
Can you describe how like the child, like his demeanor and stuff was? Like was he scared? Crying,
No, he was
like
he wasn't scared. He came right to me. He grabbed my hand.
And not surprisingly, the Good Samaritan has a question for the officer.
Was she apologetic?
Yeah, she was apologetic, but
Giving excuses?
at this point, it's not just like a few minutes, like 10, like that was. She didn't show up till a little after 11, and who knows how long he was there by himself before that.
Yikes.
She was gone for hours.
Yeah.
Essentially. So
It's significant.
let's dive ahead a little bit.
With friends and left him unattended.
What?
Yes. So this is where we're at. And
He was
there.
walking around by himself?
Yes, ma'am.
We just moved here. Literally. The beginning of August.
Okay.
Just bought the house.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Also, I not to derail here for a moment. I do want to say this too. The fact that she was able to buy that house with her social media money, that shows that any job's possible. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The little boy's grandmother is clearly stunned by what she's just been told.
Sorry, I'm wrong here. She showed up after Marissa showed up, but didn't. But Marissa had not confronted the police yet.
Okay, gotcha.
There's my grandson.
So he's inside. You can just stand by for a minute. And that's why I had called you out here. Do you have your ID with you or anything?
I do.
Okay. So that's why we called you out here, because
Okay.
we're still in the process of investigating
Gotcha.
everything. But more than likely,
Gotcha.
she'll be going to jail today. So I just,
Whoa.
that leaving a child unattended is a very serious offense.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
I feel bad for her.
So,
That's a lot.
You just got told your daughter's going to jail.
Yeah,
and
because she abandoned your grandson.
Yeah.
You know,
like that's a lot. That's a big pill to swallow.
that's a very big pill to swallow.
yeah, just stand by with this officer. Will you be able to take your grandbaby? Because I know she had provided me with a number for you, with her cousin, and with an aunt, I believe, that lives
My
here.
aunt. It's my sister.
Your
She's right
sister?
here. Yeah.
Okay. Is this something that you ladies can do? Because if not, I would have to call the Department of Children and Family.
No, he's coming with me.
Okay. I called you here.
I want to point this out too. That's not something you want to get tangled with.
No,
You do not.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, they will. Okay, so the problem there is this: they do a great job of making sure those kids are taken care of.
Yeah.
However, they make it very difficult to get that kid back.
Yeah.
Like they will have every legal reason to show you why you are not qualified to take that kid back, and they do not care.
Yeah.
That like good move on making sure the kid doesn't go there.
Yeah.
Let's jump ahead a little bit here.
Yeah.
Hi. What you doing,
Go ahead and follow Sarge.
Yes, ma'am. What happened? Or the Corbin is going to stay on.
Yeah, I think this is where she gets arrested.
You want to hand this off to your phone?
Yes. He said, he's talking to her mom.
Yeah, let's get ahead.
Arrested me.
And I heard where they were coming from.
Don't know that yet. Okay?
With the bridge, right?
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, hold on. They already said they were taking her into jail.
Well, no, they said she more than likely will be. They did not say she will be.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah.
wording is very important here.
Very much so.
Is allowed to say a quick goodbye to her son. Then it's time to resign herself to her fate.
Is that a way to say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I made a mistake.
I'm going to say this right now.
I'm not gonna.
What I'm about to show you, because, and I'm not going to continue this. I think there's one part where I'll show you where she's in the car, and I'll show you that. But the next thing I'm going to show you is her response when she gets out of jail.
Okay.
I want you to be the judge. I want you to think about that moment there where she's like, I'm sorry, Auntie. Think about that for a second. Think about her leaving her kid. Think about everything that's happened so far. And then when you hear her response, tell me what you feel after that.
Okay.
Okay? So so she's getting arrested. Guaranteed to happen here. We know that's happening. Let's jump into the car here.
PM then went to go meet with a friend 11 miles from her home. The officer can't help but attempt to try and make some sense of the situation.
Am I understanding this correctly? You have a nanny?
Yeah, earlier in the daytime, she helped me out with him.
And also, so that you're aware, the Department of Children and Families is also notified of the event.
Yes, correct.
I guess, yeah, that would be our version of Child Protective. Is that stand for Child Protective Services?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's DCF in the state of Florida, Department of Children and Families.
And what does that mean exactly? That it just means that I'll now be checked up on?
They allowed the child to be released into the custody of his grandmother for the time being, so they'll do their follow-up. Again, I don't want to speak to what another agency will do.
Okay. So she's talking there, but one of the things she does is, as you could hear, she admits to the fact that she went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
They told her, they read her Miranda rights, right? You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Instead of her remaining silent, she starts incriminating herself.
Yeah, she needs to shut the fuck up at that point.
She is just...
Not that she should try to get away with this. But,
correct.
It's like a smart person would shut the fuck up at that point.
So she is yammering away at what at this whole situation. She has now said, I went to a friend's house. Like, when she initially showed up, she said she wanted to get detergent. Now she's saying she went to a friend's house 11 miles away.
Yeah.
So let's just take into account here for a second. Let's just say that hopefully there's no traffic, right? Let's say that's 11 to 15 minutes away. You had to travel there.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with your friends. Then you have to travel back. That entire amount of time, even in the fact of the distance, if something happened to your child, you would not make it back in time.
No.
Period. If you had cameras around your house for motion sensitivity, not saying that this is a case that anybody should ever do this to leave their kid. You should have it set up definitely for more monitoring purposes if you have a younger child.
Yeah.
But let's just say hypothetically, you got a ping that, oh my God, there's motion in the hallway. Oh, your kid's up. You just watched your kid fall down the steps on the camera. Your kid's non-responsive. You now have to drive 11 to 15 minutes minimum just to get home. Anything could happen in that time.
Yeah.
Absolutely god awful. Now, again, you've seen all that. You have seen all of that. I want to go down here. This is her response now that it's surfaced. Uploaded on July 11, 2023. Cloutier's video shared her thoughts about the situation. Let's go in here. Boom, boom. All right. So there's a few pieces here. Let's read it all out. So this is directly from her. A video was recently released from something my family and I were involved in a couple years ago. I wanted to address some questions, comments that people have had since the video came out. I made a bad choice that cost me a lot, but not nearly as much as it could have. Watching that footage was like looking into a window at a different person. It's something that will be a part of me forever, and I have accepted that. I had the mindset for months after I was arrested that my job was to prove to the world that I had changed, until there was a moment in therapy where I realized it was my goal to change for my son. Since then, you don't hear me talk about it much because it's not my job to prove to anybody but my son that he's my priority. You were out drinking and partying, making content. It doesn't matter where I was because I should have been home. Yeah. But to address this, it's no secret that what my line of work is, but to affiliate sex work with a party lifestyle just because I had a moment of terrible judgment brings other people in the industry down with me. I was sober and not creating content. Doesn't matter. Bad look. You had no remorse. I was so sad and angry at myself, I just deflected that into my content for months. It's hard to watch knowing what I know now, but it's out there and I can't do anything about it. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Oh, hang on, let me go to her account because we'll come back to this. As you can see, a lot of TikTok in here. Let's go back to that mark 2 years ago. She may have actually deleted the video, but we'll see. I'm almost certain maybe she did. Let's see. This is her dance. This was March. Okay, so we're gonna go up a little bit. Not a problem. Really curious if she actually deleted it or not. She might have. I know this was August.
I don't care. It's stopped. I love my time.
Ow.
That was loud. Jesus Christ. Let me see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute that channel for a second so we don't get our ears blown out again.
Probably a good idea. Or at least just turn it down some. But
yeah. That's November. She might have deleted it. She might have actually deleted it. In that case, good for her. It's never too late to delete a video.
The internet's forever. Something people can find it if they really, really want to.
Well, that's what we can do. Yeah. But yeah, so reading this more, she gives her understanding of what she did wrong. Let's do this. Let's go here. Digital princess. Mad response. Here it is. So I want to actually look at the specific TikTok once this ad is done. BetterHelp, actually a really great place. Well, we'd love to endorse y'all, and y'all endorse us. No thanks. Do you actually show the TikTok? Probably not. All right, let's see. We just need the 15 seconds. It's all we need. It's all we need. What the world? Ends her career in one night. Rough. That's rough. I'm sure one of them have it. Nonetheless, I would love to show it to you, but the whole thing she did was this. The next day she gets out of jail, posts a TikTok, and it's her dancing in front of her green Lamborghini saying, and the song was, he's mad, she's mad, they mad, so sad, wah, wah. Basically saying she got away with it because the jail released her with no charges.
Wow.
Yeah. If you wish to go look at those videos, by all means do so.
Fucked.
Yeah. So my question to you is this. We've seen who she was to start. Mm-hmm. What happened? You know her response now. And here we are 2 years later, and you know what that looks like. How would you judge that?
I mean, it's clearly somebody that doesn't take parenting seriously, at least in that situation. And hopefully she has genuinely learned from it.
I agree.
Yeah, I like in a situation like that, I would have taken some time off of social media.
Yeah.
You know, like you cannot be posting, especially shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically just kind of taunting everybody. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, she's got a good relationship with her son. But yeah, it just sounds like she's just kind of a piece of shit in general.
One of the things that really sets out for me here is Digital Princess response. I want to see if we can find it in TikTok. I feel like somebody has it. One of the things that really got me with that was, okay, whatever. Watch be like on her separate account here.
Hey, everyone. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to subscribe or follow depending on the site that you're on, and make sure to drop a like on the video. If you have any lousy ideas for the show, feel free to email them to us at thelousypodcast@gmail.com or join the Discord by using the link in the description. Back to the show.
One of the things that really gets me with her is the fact that, like, again, I don't want to say she was a bad person, but I feel like she ended up getting roped into a bad social scenario, and that caused a downfall. that does not excuse anything she did.
No.
Period. Especially her response.
Yeah.
When she posted that TikTok, which I so wish we could find it. I so wish we could find it. When she posted that TikTok, everyone was in an outrage of like, honey, you just lost your entire career.
Yeah.
You're done. Stop. Like, everything you're doing, what you don't realize is you dancing in front of your green Lamborghini, you're going to be selling that to hopefully pay your house off.
Yeah.
Because you have completely decimated everything. And make no mistake, it got buried. Like, over 2 years, I'm sure she did everything she could to bury that and try and grow as a content creator away from that bad scenario.
Yeah.
But when you become a parent, you immediately inherit the responsibility of someone else's life. Period. You do not have you no longer hold the right, to dictate a single person lifestyle.
Yeah.
You have to uphold a lifestyle for you and your child. Hopefully, if you have a partner involved, it's both you and your child or children. But in this case, it's her and her child.
Yeah.
You have to uphold that. You have to uphold the lifestyle of knowing that you are the primary caregiver for your child. He looks up to you. He needs his mother.
Yeah.
I hope that she has continuously got, because I've since, like, when I saw that drop, I hadn't even thought of this woman for 2 years.
Yeah.
Until I saw the drop, and I was like, oh shit. They actually released the body cam footage. That's nuts. And when I went and watched it infuriated me, because as a parent, I'm not some massive TikTok sensation. We're not some massive TikTok sensation. Yeah, we've gained some traction. That's great. And I hope that we're able to spread some sort of positive, funny light on things. But even in my time as being where I am in TikTok, I have a minuscule amount of followers in comparison to others, but I still try to use that platform for jokes, comedy, but also more importantly for the realness that I can bring. And that realness is understanding that I am a parent and I have a responsibility to uphold in that realm. You can't let this lifestyle overtake you.
No.
Because the moment you do, that's it. It's gone. You have lost. It doesn't matter if you immediately feel a financial loss. It doesn't matter if you feel a physical loss. You've lost.
Yeah.
Because you've now let the world dictate how you operate. You've let your viewership dictate how you operate. And you have told your family, especially your children, you're no longer my priority. They are.
Yeah.
And that's why when I remember 2 years ago when I saw all that happen and then she sent that response out, I was burning.
Yeah.
Absolutely burning. Like,
rightfully so. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I really wish I could find this video, because I like, not to infuriate me even more, I'm sure it would, but it was genuinely, let me see this. Is Marrissa Cloutier Lambo video. Oh, of course.
Sign into the Lousy show.
Oh yeah, huh? I could. Perfect. Wait a second. Nice. Also, make sure to go follow the Lousy Show on TikTok.
Yep. We won't post videos in front of our Lambos saying haha.
I'm so fucking okay. Here we go. Are you gonna show the TikTok? No, you're not. Okay.
Can you please hit block on that?
Oh wait, what? Oh, block. Yeah, absolutely. Wait.
Like, you have to take it home now to know her.
Oh, come on, y'all. Just show the damn video. Yeah, but you can see there's the video.
Yeah.
And that's the same dress. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, that was the same dress she was wearing when she got arrested. She was trying to give everyone the middle finger.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't care what you think. No.
Yeah.
You don't get that anymore.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So, in conclusion to that, I really hope she does get, I really hope she's gotten the help she needs.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope, and based on what it sounds like, she's recognizing that, being a parent is much more important than the content she provides. Like, I don't care if you're in sex work. I don't care if you're a TikTok star. I don't care if you're a YouTube star. It doesn't matter what you do in social media. It really doesn't. What matters is you have responsibilities. You have to uphold those responsibilities. And the very first responsibility you should have as a parent is your child.
Yeah.
Period. Any final thoughts before we move on?
She's a piece of shit. I hope she gets better. But
fair statement. Up next, this is one that you said you knew a lot more of.
Well, I don't know a lot about it, but I just know that, like, so back when this was happening, I used to watch a lot of Philip DeFranco. He does like a lot of news and stuff on YouTube, if you're not aware of him. And he was going in on this hard because, and rightfully so, based off of what I saw. Because basically, what it is, it's a channel that was called Daddy of Five or something like that.
Yeah,
and they were doing pranks on their kids.
Yeah.
But, little harmless pranks every now and then, sure, whatever. But no, they would cause actual, like, trauma over shit, and they would yell at him like he was in serious trouble. And then be like, it's just a prank, bro. Like, why are you mad? And so, like, this kid is getting constantly, and it's just really one of them. The entire family is picking on one of the kids. And that's the really fucked up part. Like, it's not only are they fucking with the kid that hard, but it's just one of them. It's not even like all of them, because he elicited the funniest reaction amongst all of it. So yeah, these are genuine pieces of shit to the point where they lost custody of their kids because of that. And I think the one that they picked on, went to live with a different family member than all the other kids because of that, if I remember correctly.
Now, the name of this channel was what again?
I think it was like Daddy of Five.
Daddy of Five, okay. Let's watch this video real quick. It's only 1:36.
Remember these parents?
Yes.
What the? I didn't do that! The Maryland couple who famously pranked their children for their YouTube channel has lost custody of 2 of the 5 children in the home. The Frederick County Sheriff's Office says it helped carry out their removal per a court order. Emma and Cody were placed with their biological mother.
I bought this.
Oh, that's right. She's the stepmom.
The controversial video shows parents Michael and Heather Martin spraying disappearing ink in their son's bedroom and then blaming him for it.
Why did you do that?
The carpet. Get out of here. Mind your business.
Do that, Mom and Dad. I didn't.
Oh my God.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
Yeah,
I can't fucking do it.
These were genuine pieces of shit.
I can't fucking do that.
There's like hiding something, but like saying that you spilled a bunch of ink and then yelling at them to the level that they were, like, and you just see how visibly upset this kid is. And they're like, oh, that's great content. Let's fucking film more. Yeah. So Phil went hard on that to the point where he like, I think even like that family was trying to sue him for like defamation or something like that. And he was like, no, I provided the facts, like I was reporting on it, and then I gave my opinion after the fact and very clearly stated it such that this is it. And so I think that suit got dropped and then all this ended up happening right after that. But yeah, and so and that's the whole thing. So like the difference between the two is whatever the fuck her name is, Digital Bullshit, was she made a terrible decision, but was not inherently abusive to her child. I think we can safely say, and at least in that context, right?
I will expand on that thought to say that I'm thankful she got caught as early as she did in that lifestyle, because it could have spiraled
potentially
into something, not necessarily to this degree, but it could have spiraled into something toxic. But to continue.
But we don't. Yeah. So like she wasn't like yelling at him. She wasn't using that. She might have been using that situation for content.
I can definitely say she never used her son for clout.
Yeah.
She never used her son for content or anything.
But so with this, what started off as like an innocent kind of like family vlog channel that, they would do occasional pranks, because at the time pranks were fucking huge on YouTube. Then they graduated from innocent pranks to literal trauma and yelling at a child And even if it ends up being a joke after the fact, the emotion there that you see on the screen now is fully real. And there's no, like, in a young developing mind like that is so fucked up. And so, yeah, it's hard to watch.
I don't wish ill will or harm on any people. I really don't.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to just drag these people.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they got plenty dragged. Trust me.
I have, that is, I would never, ever think about causing my son physical harm or potential trauma for content.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, my son's been in content before. He's been in a couple YouTube videos of mine where he's like, it's fun. He comes in like when I remember an old video I did where I did an office tour of one of my very first finished offices here in Texas, and I was like, hey, go pick something off. Like, I know you love seeing the cube shelf. Go pick something off of it. Like, he was a little extra, and then he loved every second of it.
Yeah,
he loves popping in every once in a while when I'm streaming to say hi or whatever. I have a burning, fiery hatred for people like this. For two reasons. One, your child trusts you.
Yeah.
And only you in their early years. They don't know anyone besides mom and dad. And growing up, that trust is continuously growing and growing and growing. And what you've done is now decimated that trust where they're never, ever going to be able to trust anyone ever again. You have caused them such a mental distress, a mental block that they're never going to be able to experience what a good life feels like, what trust feels like.
Hopefully with some therapy, but
hopefully.
Yeah.
But I see this face right here. The genuine physical distress.
Yeah.
Hearing how they're screaming at him. That's not a fucking prank. When you're, I know I've talked about this before. I come from a household where my mother doesn't exactly know the best parenting terms or understand the best parenting tips. And she would literally get in my face over anything. And I walked away from that. Thankfully, he's too young to do that. He doesn't understand that he can do that yet. And all they're doing is laying it on to him, yelling and screaming. Do you console him afterwards and tell him it's okay? Because that's mixed signals there, friendo. Are you sitting there and expecting him to just suddenly get over it? I am actually angry right now. Like I am.
Yeah, that one's.
I did not know this was going to be that deep.
Oh yeah, and we've watched 47 seconds. Like it is such a deeper thing, and this was at least a couple years of kind of abusing this kid, and so fortunately, like, people were like in the comments, rightfully so, saying, "Hey, this is pretty fucked up. Like, you should stop." And then people were like, and then they said, "Don't tell us what to do. It's our kids, it's our family. We can do what we want to do." And he knows that it's a prank after. It's like, but that, even if he knows it's a prank afterwards, that reaction right there sticks.
Yeah.
So so people brought it to the attention, and I don't know if it was a random person or their mother that called CPS on him, but yeah, CPS was called and they lost custody. And
rightfully so.
Yeah. And I think the dad went to jail at one point. I can't remember 100%, but
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a heavy thing. So like, this is the absolute worst to me. Like I said, she fucked up and made some really bad decisions. But that is the lowest, besides physically
beating the hell
out of the child. That's the lowest thing that you can do.
I feel so sorry for that child. And the thing is, like, even though they call this a prank, there's kids out there who go through this every day, and it's not a prank.
No. Fortunately, hopefully they're in a better situation now, and I'm pretty sure they are. Like I said, they got put with their biological mom.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good. That's good. I mean, damn. Let's turn this to the good side then.
Yeah.
We've seen the bad. Let's see the good. There's a TikToker who I found who I absolutely love his content. He provides phenomenal feedback, but does it through examples, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me refresh this real quick. So we're logged in. So if you've never heard of this individual, this is Billy Visco. For anybody out there who's wondering, you might know him as the guy who goes, do better. And that's like his thing. But I want to show you a couple of these real quick because these are actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think you'll appreciate it.
I've seen his content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, perfect. So, like anybody who hasn't, here you go.
1 a.m. in the morning. First of all, parents, did you just bust in your kid's room without knocking on the door? That's the first disrespectful thing you did. Second of all, do you remember when you were a kid and you showed up to the club before 10 p.m.? What'd that make you? A loser, right? Hey, it's 1 a.m. and your kids are at home. They're doing good. And you're worried about this right here. Show this. You didn't use a coaster, did you? That's what you sound like. You sound like that parent right there. Let your kids stay up. You know where they're at. If they ain't got nothing going on in the morning, let them stay up, have fun. That's what kids do. That's what you did. Come on, parents, get better.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I love that. And that's showing where he started, but like, look at where he's at now. Like 12.7 million followers and doing a phenomenal job here.
Over your head, clothes on your back, food on your table. Ain't that what you supposed to do? I'm your child. You had me. I ain't asked to be here. Parents be like,
felt.
Put a roof on.
I mean, you got two eyes. I don't know.
Hey, I might need some help with my homework a little bit.
I'll be there later. I'm trying to watch the show.
I really need some help with my homework.
I came to help you with your homework and you're on your phone this late?
I was looking it up because I asked you for help hours ago.
Well, look at this room. What have you been doing?
Finishing my homework.
Parents, your kids needed your attention all day long, and the one time you decide to give it to them, this is how you do it. Do better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I love his content so much because he does a phenomenal job at explaining both sides of the perspective and recognizing what's wrong.
Yeah.
Like I admit, like I've taken a lot of the advice I've seen from him and put it in my own parenting because I recognize like my kid's 4 years old. My kid's not going to understand better. If I see my kid, accidentally drop a glass when he's trying to carry it to help us out by putting it at the sink and all of a sudden he drops and it shatters, like I'm not going to be mad about it.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you didn't know any better. It's okay. Just learn next time, use both hands, whatever.
Yeah.
Or if it's a situation where it's like, if we're going out and even still at this age, he's like, Daddy, can I get a toy? Because I've been really good all day. It's like, well, no, son, you don't get a toy just because you've been good.
Yeah.
However, I want to show my appreciation for you being good through my actions. I want you to know, like, I see you doing good. I recognize this. Doesn't mean it's going to get monetary value out of it, but I recognize you doing well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of parents could get a lot of help from that, and especially those who are new parents who don't understand what this is going to look like. Because there's no manual on this shit.
No.
There's no manual on being a parent. You can go read all the self-help books all you want. I'm sure there's millions of authors out there who put out plenty of books explaining, like, when you're a parent, you can do this and this and this and this, and everything's all glitz and glam and everything's all happy hunky-dory through that entire book, as long as you follow these key 5 steps that'll help you be a better parent. No blog out there is going to help you do it.
No.
But seeing that in action and recognizing those things, it's going to trigger you in those moments going, oh, shit, I saw this.
Yeah.
I could parent this better. Hang on. Cool. I got this. Like, it helps you recognize your own strengths against those weaknesses.
Yeah.
And while we've seen the absolute worst when it comes to parents, and admittedly, I'll say we started bad, went worse.
Yeah.
We've seen the bad, but you also have to take the good.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Not all social media parents out there are bad. A lot of social media parents out there absolutely love their families and do it for their families and even incorporate their families and everything.
Yeah.
I think of the D'Amelios, for one, like a social media family who got massive, right? And still to this day, they're creating content absolutely massive. But the D'Amelios, one massive family who did it, Let's see.
A really big example is Roman Atwood. Like,
yes.
He used to be a kind of shitty prank YouTuber.
Yeah.
And, he was kind of a bad person, like for a little bit,
Yep.
like kind of made some questionable decisions and has changed his life. And like now he does primarily all family content.
Mm-hmm.
And like he just posted, it was, I don't know if you saw it, but it's his oldest son just moved into his own place.
That's awesome.
And he was very real about kind of like his reaction and his honesty with that. And it was really refreshing to see.
Yep.
And basically that's all he does. And then he has his podcast too. But, like he's gone through a lot of shit but he's like primarily family now.
Yeah. And I want to say this too. Like, I understand we've sat here and talked about this as a whole, and we've been aggressively against the parents. Fuck that second family. Like, I hope they lose custody of all their kids, and I hope those kids have a phenomenal life.
Yeah.
I don't think any kids should ever deserve that. But going back to the Marissa thing there, like the digital princess side, like she made a bad fucking decision.
Yeah.
And that was cause from the bad life decision she was allowing herself to slip into. I hope she gets better.
Yeah.
I hope these past 2 years have been great for her. I hope that she's been able to establish herself in that light of, hey, I'm not doing this for y'all anymore. I'm doing this for my son, and I recognize I fucked up, but I don't have to justify that to y'all. I'm going to make sure my son knows I'm doing better for him.
Yeah.
That's great. Phenomenal. Keep that up.
Mm.
All the other parents out there in social media, like, it's hard sometimes to forget social media.
Mm.
You see that from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You see these parents and you're like, dude, you got a family. Like, what are you doing? I try to remember, actually, no, I didn't try. I do remember all the time why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy social media and the content I provide. I enjoy the content I create with you. I enjoy all the aspects of what I do. And I remind myself day in and day out why I want to become a full-time content creator.
Mm.
For those wondering, I have no problem in saying this. My goal is to be a full-time content creator, whether it's through podcasting, whether it's through streaming, whatever it may be, whatever outlets I can utilize to better my career in content, I'm going to do so. Reason for that is my son.
Yeah.
Because there was one time, this was last year, I have no problem saying this because we're down the parenting trail. There was one day he had to stay home from school. And I remember I was working, and it still sits pretty tough on my chest. Like it sucks because I remember in that moment, like hearing these words. Throughout the day, he would come into my office. I told him he would be more than welcome to like hang out in my office and play and hang out with me in there while I'm working.
Mm.
But at one point, I realized the day had gone on, and I hadn't really had a chance to step away from my work to hang out with him. I'd been busy all day.
Yeah.
And he goes, Daddy, can you come play? And I said, no, son, I can't. I have to get this work done. And I heard him go, okay, Daddy.
Yeah.
And he walked away. And that hits me so hard. It makes me remember I'm doing this for him.
Yeah.
I don't do this for the fame and the glitz and the glam. We're not famous people. We do this because we have fun doing this, but I do this because I want to have that freedom of making my own schedule so I can spend time with him.
Yeah.
When I go traveling for content, I want to be able to take him with me. It's summertime and there's no school. Absolutely, I'll buy a second plane ticket. You come with me for the weekend. Let's go have some fun. Let's go find some fun stuff to do in this city I'm going to. When I'm, Daddy's got to go work on some content. Not a problem. You can come help me with it.
Yeah.
Let me teach you. Like, I want to be able to get to that point. And I think a lot of parents really do feel the same way.
Yeah.
But those who were like the first, well, for that second family, I should say, and unfortunately, Marissa, you did fuck up, so I have to include that here. For those who fuck up like that, that you have a chance to step away.
Yeah.
You have a chance to step away and fix it. You have a chance to stop what you're doing, rewind it, and go at it again at a better light.
Yeah.
I guarantee, and I can't guarantee it because I don't know her, but I would hope that Marissa, given the opportunity, if she could turn back time to that night,
wouldn't make.
Don't put that dress on, honey.
Oh yeah, no.
Stay home. Like, yeah, I know your friends are partying. Hell, if you want to go out, hey mom, can you come over and watch it? You know, make sure he's in bed. I got invited to a party I'd like to go to.
Yeah.
If you're cool with that, I know it's late. You know, make the necessary steps. Don't get caught up in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I like. It's tough. It's tough. It's a hard pill to swallow at times.
Yeah.
Being a parent in social media, but you still have the responsibility. You signed up for it when you did the dirty tango. You signed up for it, and you know here you are.
Yeah.
But any final remarks from you, good sir?
I got nothing.
Yeah. I was not anticipating this episode turning as heavy as it did, but Jesus Christ, like.
What do you expect?
It's tough. Well, yeah.
You wanted lousy parents. We got lousy parents. You know.
Valid.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is like I don't know. Like I hope that people can get better. I hope that that kind of nonsense just would stop. But unfortunately, there is bad in the world. Yeah. But again, it's just a tough pill to swallow, and we have to move on. So, but with that said, I finished my Dutch Bros.
Still got a little bit in there. There you go.
I had to inhale it.
Don't be a little bitch.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I'll be the little bitch. Y'all don't be the little bitches. Y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There you go. And that's how we're going to do it there. And hit the follow button. I don't know. Hit the follow button on any listening sites, of course. So we appreciate it. And, of course, downloading the episodes that you haven't listened to and listened to on the go. Links down below to hit us up in the Discord. Come join the Lousy Listener Club as we have a complete category all set up for y'all to give us topics that you might want to hear us talk about, updating episodes all the time, listening sites we're on, all the good stuff. And, of course, you can email us with any ideas you have. Where, Sam?
At thelousypodcast@gmail.com.
I was hoping
there's nothing daily about it.
I was hoping I could get you.
No, can't get me.
But you're a brick wall.
Can't knock me down.
Yeah, hit the button that's behind me. Really.
Yeah.
And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye.
Peace.